My name is Daan. I'm a member of the GIPF, meaning Government Institution Pension Fund. I've been working at, when I started to work here in Namibia, because I came from South Africa. I started at that time at the Winter College of Education, and later after independence, I moved over to the University of Namibia. I was a lecturer there, and I taught physical education and sports sciences. Later in my career, I started with the in-service program to train teachers how to become, to train aspirant teachers to become fully qualified teachers. I was involved in the Commerce Pensioner Association, and are still involved in that. It started with Mr. Hattel, who started with compiling and to start with the Commerce Pension Association, and then Mr. Gert Jansen, late Mr. Gert Jansen, he was also part of that, and we worked together, and now we are a small committee consisting out of Mr. Mutseng, who is the vice chairman. I'm the chairman of the organization, and Mr. Nashapili, and Mrs. Van Genen, who is the secretary, and Mrs. Poppy Williams. Usually what we do is, just to give it a little bit of background, we are going to the community, especially at the old age homes, and there we talk to the old age people, and we hear what are the problems, what we can do for them. Unfortunately, this year it was totally out of the line. We couldn't do that because of what we know, the C-19. And this time we are not engaged in any of these activities. The Commerce Pension Association is well organized. We are part of we call it the GIPF. Now, GIPF is the overall main organization of all the regions, because we are now, there's 14 regions, and in the 14 regions we are part of the GIPF. In the GIPF, we are also organizing some meetings with the different regions, also to hear from their side what do they suggest, what do they want, so that we also get together on a regular basis. But again, as I said previously, this year it was out of the system. We could not do it, and for that reason we have to postpone all our activities for the next year. I'm very happy with the benefits we receive from the GIPF, and I'd like to mention a few. The health benefits, the early retirement benefits, the disability benefits, the death benefits, the retrenchment benefits, and the funeral benefits. And I think this one, the funeral benefits, is very, very important nowadays, because there's a lot of benefits you get from the funeral benefits, and it's very important for you as a deceased person. Then what I also like here to mention, I got it from the CEO, is that our pension is lifelong guaranteed. And that is very, very satisfactory to hear that. And it also carries over to your wife, so that she also can benefit from your pension. Then the other thing that I like to recommend to my fellow pensioners, and that is that you have to stay healthy. At our age, if you pass 60, you are still in a good shape, but you have to make precautions. And that's why I recommend that you should go once a year to your medical doctor, so that they can do the regular checkups. What is wrong? If there's something wrong, then they can prescribe the medicine that will help you. But you must do that. Don't neglect that. If you can go twice a year, no problem. But at least once a year, it's very, very important that you go for a good and thoroughly medical checkup. Other thing that you can do as on your own, you can stay healthy by eating the correct food. Make sure that you cook the good food, all your vegetables and meat, whatever you prefer, but it must be in a nutritional state. I was in school and I took woodwork as one of my subjects, so I learned the skills already there, and then I started with woodworking here. I don't do a lot of sophisticated and exotic furniture. I just do things make things that I can use. That is the most important part. Then the other thing that I want to mention in that is the finances. We're talking about your home, your environment, but you also have to look at your finances. Finances is very important. Now you get 40% less than your normal salary, and you have to make good calculations whether you will survive your pension, because this pension, as I said, is a lifelong guarantee, and you have to look after that. Then the last thing, there are many others, but the last thing that I like to mention is make sure that your documentation, what you have, must be in a good place where they can access it easily, and it makes their lives much easier the day when you die, because you are not there to tell them it's there and there and there. It must be in a documentation, and don't file it only on your computer. File it in a hard copy in a proper file, and tell your people where can they find those things the day when you die.